Barney G. Glaser, and I live in Marin. See my house? Woo!
And my name is Ansel L. Strauss, and unfortunately I died September 5th, 1996.
You don't know when you died?
So I'm up doing research in the social scientist heaven.
We studied death and dying of people, so we spent lots of time in hospitals.
We spent so much time in hospitals, we decided to dress like we were in the hospital.
That's why we have these beautiful designer hospital gowns. And they're monogrammed, too. Ooh.
Back off, dude. We wrote a book named Awareness of Dying in 1965, and this book led to our next book, The Discovery of Grounded Theory, which is a systematic qualitative process that can be used to generate a theory from data.
One of the major differences of grounded theory method is that the theory comes from the data. In traditional quantitative research, when you collect data, you either prove or disprove a theory. In GTM, we can change the theory as the data suggests.
Wow, that's pretty cool. It is a very inductive process. We go from the specific to the general. There are 7 components of grounded theory. The first one, and I think the most important one, is openness, which means we are open to the data taking us someplace unexpected. This means that grounded theory studies tend to take a very open approach to the process being studied. The emphasis of a grounded theory study evolves as it becomes apparent to the researchers what is important to the study participants.
Ooh, speaking of openness, my gown opens in the back. Woo!
Goodness.
In grounded study, we do not wait until all the data is collected before starting the analysis. In a grounded theory, an analyst must start as soon as possible and continue in parallel with data collection to allow the theoretical sampling.
Also, coding comparing is an important part of grounded theory. Data analysis relies on coding, a process of breaking data down into much smaller components and labeling those components, and comparing data with data, case with case, event with event, code with code, blah blah blah, to understand and explain variations in the data. Codes are eventually combined and related to one another. At this stage, they are more abstract and are referred to as categories or concepts.
Next is memo writing, sometimes also drawing diagrams. I really like to draw. Anyway, the analyst the analyst will write many memos throughout the project. Memos can be about events, cases, categories, or relationships between categories. The memos are used to stimulate and record the researcher's developing thinking.
And then there is my favorite, theoretical sampling. Theoretical sampling is central to grounded theory design. A theoretical sample is informed by coding, comparison, and memo writing. Theoretical sampling is designed to serve the developing theory. The researcher raises questions, suggests relationships, highlights gaps in the existing data, and reveals what is not yet known. By carefully selecting participants and by modifying the questions asked in data collection, the researcher fills gaps, clarifies uncertainties, tests their interpretations, and builds their emerging theory. Wow, that's a lot to do.
Then there's theoretical saturation. That happens when the researcher is hearing no new information. You know, blah, blah, blah. Nothing else is coming out. So we think we're saturated with information, so we stop sampling.
Production of a substantive theory. The results of a grounded theory study are expressed as a substantive theory, that is, as a set of concepts that are related to one another in a cohesive whole. As in most science, this theory is considered to be fallible, dependent on context, and never completely final.
Woo.
So that's grounded theory for you.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening.
Please try to stay out of our studies.